Welcome to another video. Today I am playing a new game that I've seen other people play. I just downloaded it. I played it a little, then uninstalled it, then reinstalled it. It's Kyle is Famous. Kyle, what's up? He's famous. Kyle is the host of the most popular talk show in recent memory, Stay Up Late with Kyle. Stay Up Late with Kyle has grown in popularity quickly in the last year, and the public has noticed. Inside has called Kyle a most excellent dumpy white man. Top Tech noted that Kyle is inspiring youth to explore STEM fields. Most other talk shows are dedicated to discussing Kyle and his personal details. Most online videos are best of clips taken from Kyle's latest broadcast. The eye of the world is upon Kyle. Tonight is Kyle's most important guest interview yet. Stay Up Late with Kyle will be featuring Rachel May. She is a lovely and kind philanthropist, whatever that is. She is dear to the hearts of many. This interview requires preparation. She is dear to the hearts of many. This interview requires preparation. Kyle cracked his eyes open, knowing today's his last chance to prepare for the interview. Kyle has 30 hours left. He must choose his actions wisely. Wait, what? There isn't even 30 hours in a day. He woke up at like 8 p.m. If he was going to do it at midnight the next day, he woke up at 8 p.m. the day before. And if he's doing it even earlier, if he's doing it at like 10, he woke up at 6. What? Kyle's first decision of the morning was made wisely. Wither away or exit the bed. Wither away. Kyle decided to stay put and wither away. Kyle withered successfully and died. Shucks. Kyle is now a ghost. This does not relieve him of his responsibilities. Get out of bed anyway. Kyle exited his bed and took a quick glance around his bedroom. Scavenge. Kyle quickly crouched down on the floor, realizing his immediate need for bugs. Kyle started to pick between the fuzz of his bedroom carpet, hoping to catch a stray beetle or two. Soon he had a small handful of various insects dead and alive. Eat immediately. Kyle threw back his head and crammed the sticky, wriggling mass into his mouth. He felt refreshed. Back to bedroom. Kyle returned to the center of the bedroom. Open the closet. Kyle opened the closet. It was dark and he could really only see his hanging shirts. Choose an outfit. Kyle decided to take some time to choose the perfect outfit, knowing how important appearance is. Let's see, jeans and swimming goggles, skunk pasties, a slick suit, or a suit of armor. I'm going with the suit of armor. Kyle was unsure of what exactly caused him to decide to wear his armor, but he felt like it was the right thing to do. After much squeezing and sweating, Kyle managed to wrap the metal suit around his dumpy self. Back to room. Kyle returned to the center of the bedroom. Wait, why is every single thing I click take 1 hour? Okay. Sit at desk. Kyle made his way over to his desk and sat down. Write notes for interview. Kyle wrote his first question. Are you a mother? Am I mother? Is your mother a mother? Am I mother? Kyle wrote down his second question. What are some diet tips? Beef, mashed or blended, or ever eaten a raw egg whole? Beef, mashed or blended. Kyle wrote down his third question. What's your funniest story? Do you ever smile? I purposefully ran over a puppy. Puppy. Kyle wrote down his last question. What's your guilty pleasure? Do you feel guilty? Are you guilty? Are you guilty? Kyle ripped his page of notes out of the notebook and got it from the desk. Back to desk. Kyle made his way over to his desk and sat down. Wait, I thought I was already at the desk. Okay, check and desk drawer. Kyle opened up the side drawer on his desk and grabbed one of the items stored there, small key. Kyle grabbed the small key he kept in his desk, back to desk. Kyle made his way over to his desk and sat down, back to room. Kyle returned to the center of the bedroom. Exit bedroom to hallway. Check locked door, leave apartment. Kyle walked into the small hallway that connects the rooms of his apartment together. Check locked door, leave apartment, move to kitchen, or return to bedroom. Okay, let's check the locked door. Kyle walked over to the stranger in the hallway, but found quickly that the door is locked from the inside. Forced the door with forehead, back to the hallway, flowed through as ghost. Kyle used his ghostly powers to walk straight through the door, go inside. Kyle found himself in the room he stashed various items sent to him by his friends. Back to hallway. Kyle walked into the small hallway. Leave apartment. Kyle walked into the middle of the road and took a long pondering look around him. More. Kyle hurried to the set. Per normal, he ceased to be a ghost before he arrived. Sitting across from his host chair was a glamorous woman with an air of genuinity. As Kyle approached her, Rhea looked up and smiled. "Good evening, Kyle," she said, looking in. "I've been looking forward to being here." Kyle responded, screamed and spin in circles. Kyle started to stretch out his arms wide, tilted his neck upwards, and was interrupted by his producer telling him and Rachel that it was time to start the show. Start interview. A moment after seating, the studio lights brightened and the cameras clicked on. Start broadcast. "Good evening, everyone," said Kyle, looking at the camera. "Welcome back to Stay Up Late with Kyle. Introduce Rachel." Kyle vomited all of the horrible things he had eaten earlier onto the floor. More. Rachel looked at Kyle concerned, gave a couple of coughs, and decided to play cool and keep the show running. Kyle stopped again, then vomited again, then continued with a shaky voice. "Tonight I have the pleasure of interviewing the lovely Rachel May, who needs no more introduction." More. Kyle motioned to Rachel, who smiled and waved at the camera. "Hello, Kyle," she said. "I'm glad to be here." More. "Well, I'm sure we'll have a lot to discuss, so we might as well dive right in," said Kyle. "I'm very ready," said Rachel with a winning smile. Kyle had produced the notes he had taken earlier. "Okay, I'm going to go in order. Am I mother?" "Rachel, am I mother?" Kyle looked at her very seriously. Rachel was visibly very unsure of how to respond. More. "Well, Kyle, I think you might be a better source of answering that question." More. "But do you think I'm a mother?" asked Kyle, pushing farther. More. Kyle paused for a second before answering. More. "I think you inspire youth to pursue STEM fields," she answered. Kyle asked another question. "Beef, mashed or blended?" "A burning question from the fans," said Kyle. "Beef. Do you prefer it mashed or blended?" More. Rachel answered quickly and honestly. "Mashed." More. And no more was said on that matter. Kyle asked another question. "I purposefully ran over a puppy." "Hey, I ran over a puppy on purpose," said Kyle. More. Everyone in the studio froze. More. Kyle spread his hands out wide. "It's a joke." He started laughing from the bottom of his stomach. More. Nobody laughed with Kyle. Several minutes later, he stopped laughing and moved on. More. Kyle asked another question. "Are you guilty?" "Rachel, are you guilty?" Kyle threw his questions on the floor, stood up, and pointed at her. More. Rachel's eye twitched slightly. "Guilty of what, dear Kyle?" She smiled disingenuously. "Guilty," spat Kyle, "of your crimes." More. Rachel did not answer. Her eyelids both started twitching uncontrollably. More. After reading his final question, Kyle looked up from his paper. More. "Well, Rachel," he said, "I think that's all I was planning on asking you." More. "If that's the case, Kyle, may I ask you something in return?" asked Rachel, smiling one more time. "Why exactly did you decide to wear a suit of armor today?" Before Kyle could answer, the camera shut down. The broadcast was over. Kyle returned home knowing the interview had gone well. But as he lay in bed and drifted to sleep, he felt that perhaps something was still missing. And Cal prepared very well. Endings unlocked 1 of 21. Continue. Cal's first decision of the morning. Cal's first decision of the morning was made wisely. Exit the bed. Cal exited his bed and took a quick glance around his bedroom. I will open the closet. Back to bedroom. Exit the bedroom. Leave apartment. Visit tech store. Cal walked into the clean white tech store. He was greeted by Techno Jim, an elaborate cutout mascot with flashing lights. Return to street. Ask attendant for free samples. That's what I'm going to do. Cal asked the store attendant whether or not they offered any free samples to important customers. More. The attendant gave Cal a confused and slightly vacant look. Cal began to beg for a free sample. Wanting Cal to leave, the attendant grabbed a decrepit phone, went for spare parts, and held it out, grabbed with hand. Cal took the phone pleasantly from the outstretched hand and said, "Thanks for your service." More. Cal now has this phone to use forevermore. Back to store. Cal walked into the clean blah blah blah. Steal Techno Jim. Quickly, before the attendant could acknowledge him, Cal grabbed Techno Jim by the shoulders. Finding that Techno Jim's cardboard feet were bolted to the ground, Cal started to pull upwards forcefully. After several tugs, Techno Jim broke free, leaving one foot and one leg behind. Cal glanced at the attendant, who was staring bewildered, and ran outside. Continue with day. Cal walked out into the middle of the road into the long, pondering look around him. Visit downstairs neighbor. Cal approached his downstairs neighbor's door and knocked. A middle-aged woman named Gabby answered the door. She looked at Cal expectantly. Scream and spit. Slowly, Cal started to twirl outside of Gabby's door, arms outstretched. More. He tilted his neck first and let loose a long, passionate, and meaningful scream. As Cal continued to spin, Gabby shut and locked her door, and she did Cal every time Cal screamed outside her door. Eventually, Cal ran out of breath and fell over. Return to apartment. I'll leave apartment. Return to apartment. Leave apartment. Return to apartment. Check locked door. Cal walked over to the strange door, blah blah blah. Forced the door with forehead. More. Cal hurried. Oh, it's showtime. Cal hurried to the set. Sitting across from his host chair was a glamorous woman with an air of genuinity. As Cal approached her, Rachel looked up and smiled. Rachel's smile quickly turned to shock as she realized Kyle had not put on clothes that day. Kyle waved and smiled broadly. Rachel uncomfortably averted her eyes. Kyle started making his rounds around the room, greeting each crew member, none of whom looked at him directly. As it became apparent that Kyle had no intention of leaving, Rachel made some excuses and exited the set. One by one, the crew followed suit. Kyle was left all alone. Cal prepared by being a nudist. Continue. Wait, what? Cal's first decision of the morning was made wisely. Browse social media. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, I have the phone. Cal started to scroll through news articles on his phone. Read article. Stay Up Late with Kyle ranked #1 and #2 show on television. How? New East Bridge being constructed after being found to not actually exist. Authorities investigating. Another grand larceny and crime spree streak. Evidence points to the perpetrator fleeing the country. Rachel made to unexpectedly leave the country on a very, very long vacation after interview tonight. Who is the bug vigilante? Recently spotted pursuing larcenists. Cal fails to show up to several charity events. Bug vigilante shows up to charity events with fresh baked pastries. Donates flourish. hot dogs making resurgence as fuel source for both humans and tugboats. Wait, what? Phone model recalled Techno Gym stores blame overused by customers. Kyle's phone exploded in his hands from overuse. Kyle exited his bed, and I'm gonna open the closet, choose an outfit, the jeans and swimming goggles. Yeah, he could barely see out of the goggles. I will exit. I will leave. I will visit Gabby. A middle-aged woman named Gabby answered the door. She looked at Cal expectantly. Consume Gabby? Cal unhinged his jaws at Gabby. Oh. More. Job done. Cal turned to the middle of the street, back to hallway. Visit tech store. I will give review. This phone is several years old and has exposed wires coming out of the back. This phone also has had screen issues after I used it to hammer nails into the wall for painting. Furthermore, when I was submerged in water, I get severely shocked until it runs out of battery. The attendant looked at Kyle, pursed his lips, and said nothing. Feeling he had made his argument, Kyle decided to leave. Visit tech store. Oh. Kyle hurried to the set. It's showtime. Sitting across from his host chair was a glamorous woman with an air of dream, blah, 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 blah. Good evening, Kyle, she said, looking him in the eyes. I've been forward to being here. Kyle responded, answered politely. And as I will, Rachel, answered Kyle, extending his hand in greeting. You are a most welcome guest. Shake hands. After another mild exchange of pleasantries, Kyle and Rachel were prompted to take their places for the broadcast. A moment after seating, the studio lights brightened and the cameras clicked on. Good evening, everyone, said Kyle, looking at the camera. Welcome back to Stay Up Late with Kyle. Tonight, I have the pleasure of interviewing the lovely Rachel May, who needs no more introduction. Kyle motioned to Rachel, who smiled and waved at the camera. Hello, Kyle, she said. I'm glad to be here. In response, Kyle collapsed on the floor. From a combination of stressful preparation and not eating anything, Kyle was passed out. Nobody in the studio quite knew what to do with him. They began to poke Kyle in the back to see if he moved. After a while, they ended the broadcast, shut off the lights, and went home. Kyle was left face first on the floor. Kyle prepared by starving himself. Well, bye, guys. Hope you watch more episodes. I'll see you in the later one.